Thank you.
For some reason, people sharing an umbrella is kind of a big romantic trope in Japan. I'd say it's less than 9 days considering this town. But it seems like every female party member gets one of these, umbrella scenes. They know about rugby in Japan? That's kind of interesting. Rugby's pretty big in Australia. There's League and Union, and I forget which is the more violent one. I've always remembered this question because, like, all of these answers are great. Like, I applaud the localizers for coming up with all of the wrong answers here. This is actually also noiseception. Anyway, this is the right answer, and even if I was playing blind, I get the feeling that I'd probably get this right, because generally speaking, it's usually the one that looks the weirdest that's right. Speaking of things that are big in Japan, shaved ice is one of them. Which I think is what Frostman threatens to turn Mega Man into in the Japanese version in Mega Man 8. They changed that to Popsicle in English. For some reason I keep thinking this quest in the practice building, but no, the cleaning club's passion is here. Of course, because it's a graduating third year student. So we need both the uniform and the cleaning mop for this, and we have both of those. And for that we get a broom. So we're now the one remaining member of the cleaning club, and I'm not sure how we're going to continue this, but Bamboo Broom. It's actually got a pretty solid amount of attack power and good accuracy, and +4 agility. It has no concealed blades or anything. I wonder if concealed blades in a Bamboo Broom is kind of a thing in Japan, because I think the mother of the Kataki family in Apollo Justice has one of those. Okay, so I think at the Sumagawa floodplain is the next quest that we can go ahead and pick up. Yes, it is. There's also Namatame here, but I'll get to him later. So this is our second twin request, and this one's a little bit involved, because we need to get an item here. And you know which enemy drops that? It's the babies from the strip club. That's a weird sentence, but yeah. So I have to fight those again. Yeah. It's funny, they never really gave me that much of a problem in my first playthrough. But for some reason, they kind of wrecked me there. I was equipping something that was weak to ice, but still. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that I wanted to do in town. So we're going back to Yasogami High, and for the first time in a little while, we're going to be spending time with Yukiko. One thing that I almost forgot to do is to head to the roof and talk to this girl, because she's actually the one who made the request to the fox. Yeah, she's the one who's bad at conversing. You need generous for this, at least. I mean, he's weird, but he still helps people. And that's step 1 to getting through to her. Now, I'm pretty sure we do have a, of course we have a priestess persona, we have null physical Gunga. Yeah, we've met her too. Only appears on holidays or on Sundays, basically.
Oh.
But we're not going to worry about that just yet.
Yes.
As much as I kind of wish that we did, because I actually really like what we get out of that. I mean, yeah, no one would get suspicious of just, you know, someone coming to check out the inn. I wasn't aware we even had a mayor. I mean, we probably do, but yeah, never really been brought up. Oh no, are they actually doing that? I'm sure they're being pressured into it. Well, at least that means your mother's not going to be on TV, and that's probably a good thing considering all these murders. Oh look, it's the one who thinks we're dating. Yeah, I had a feeling it was those jerks. And using this music for, a trashy TV show. Yeah, it is a little weird how overused this song is. Go away now. I do think Yukiko telling those guys to go screw themselves is one of the most satisfying moments across all social links. I mean, she was pretty terrifying, but in a good way. Yeah, she doesn't want misfortune to fall on them, even if she doesn't want to inherit the place. At least those reporters are likely to never show up around here ever again. Even as far as, like, random social link jerks go, those guys are really... I forgot how bad they were. Almost wish they were Memento's target in P5. But at level 8 of the social link, she learns Moodle on. Now I just have to decide whether I... Oh, of course I have room for it. I can get rid of that. Not really that much reason to keep both.
Just a little longer. Thank you.
That rank of the social link always makes me think...
Welcome back.
sleazyreporters.justgotowned.com. I don't know if anyone who's in my age group kind of knew about that. In my teenage years, there was a website where you could just type like a name and then .justgotowned.com, and it would just show pictures, kind of pictures of, I don't know, the thing... Some of the pictures might have been not safe for work, actually, so I don't recommend looking it up now, but basically, and then it points to someone in the photo, like someone getting football tackled, and then it has whatever name you entered. And it plays this song that just goes, owned, you got owned, you got owned. I feel like someone here might be familiar with that. Oh, you've got Teddy's weapons already. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, Animal Paw is actually needed for a very, very late game side quest. So it's good that we have enough Magatsu Xandrite for that. Oh, hey, the boss is back. Be careful about that, because I've heard that mixing drinks is like one of the easiest ways to get alcohol poisoning. They gave very, very, very extensive alcohol education at my high school, though I feel like most teenagers get that. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing Devil again today. You know, that could actually be something more mundane and actually dangerous. Maybe we should check that out.
Oh, you're here.
You don't sound too happy. I don't even know what to say except, wow, that person is a complete jerk. Well, there's another one for the count. That sounds an awful lot like the Mayumi scandal. How is you at fault for that? Wow, two at once. Yeah, that is a locked off option. So I just have to choose this.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have footage from that one for New Game Plus. I think I forgot about that when I was recording last. Either that or I didn't even focus on this social link at all on my New Game Plus run. Which actually led to something that I'll talk about a bit later. Already at rank 5 though. We're starting to get into her issues a little bit more.
Goodbye now.
Her whole situation is interesting, and I feel really bad for what happened at her last job. That guy sounds like a grown-up version of my headcanon on the P3 protagonist. Yeah, there could be a teacher serial killer on the loose. It's hard not to stare at that puppet, honestly. And here's a question that kind of plays havoc on a lot of guides because some of them don't know how to type Japanese characters. But yeah, he said Kukai. Genshin reminds me of Genshin Asogi from Daigakuten Saiban. For some reason I go into that quite a lot when I have these classes, but it does reference a lot of classic Japanese literature. So apparently Kukai is known posthumously as the Grand Master who propagated the Buddhist teaching. He lived from 774 to 835 and was a Buddhist monk, civil servant, scholar, poet, and artist who founded the Mantra school of Buddhism. Yeah, sometimes missing a single stroke in a kanji can turn it into an entirely different character. You know, that's actually kind of a nice detail. But yeah, if you've had any time studying Japanese, kanji can be a pain sometimes. And it's even worse if you know both Chinese and Japanese, because some of the characters are written differently in Chinese, and that can easily trip you up. And there are also a lot of characters that had their meanings drift in Japanese, but keep their original meanings in Chinese, so have completely different meanings in both languages, and that also gets confusing. But anyway, today we're going to go back to the roof to talk to this girl again, and this actually leads me to talk about something. So, when I was mentioning that I hate the trope where, someone bullies somebody that they have a crush on, people in the comments thought that I meant tsunderes, but I actually didn't. The character type that I was talking about is usually male, and typically very young, like elementary school age. And typically the bullying is more physical, like pushing girls down or doing things like that. And it's not so much, because I feel like tsunderes like this girl act the way they do because they find it hard to talk about their feelings and hard to reconcile themselves with their feelings. Usually those bully with a crush characters are well aware that they like someone, and they genuinely think that bullying them is the best way to get their attention. That's why I hate that trope, because they're doing it completely on purpose and, like, actually being hurtful to someone. But anyway, we need to say give her lessons. This requires a quite high rank of expression. And so we had a conversation with that weird, beam emote. I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of that indicator that someone's talking emote. I'm guessing this was extremely high-level keigo in the Japanese version, which is the politest level of speech, and the kind that almost nobody uses in casual conversation. But we're slowly getting through to her. We'll need a little bit more time though in order to fully complete that request. And today we're going to be spending time with Yosuke for the first time in quite a while. Yeah, errand boy's over here now. I wonder where Spacey Girl is. There she is.
Yo! Alright!
This rank up of Magician is actually pretty interesting.
Welcome!
Well, good thing we've fixed our refrigerators after the whole lightning incident. You actually earn money out of this one. Just this rank, though. But it's kind of a nice touch. Pays slightly better than a hospital janitor job, too.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, we definitely helped out. Either of these options work.
Huh?
Yes, Narukami has fun with, a lot of strange things. Oh great, it's you again. Well, you can't exactly say that if you're not working. And not doing things you said you'd do in the interviews. So, they seem to be alluding to something here that's known as compensated dating, which is a huge controversy in Japan that I think they've been trying to stamp out for a while. But it's where some older men will pay high school girls to date them. There've been a lot of movies, other things like that about the whole issue. But in a lot of Japanese high school dramas, you will see it discussed. Because it's just, I don't know if it's as much of a problem now as it was at the time the game came out, but it was a pretty big issue. Yosuke likes to feel special. It's a common theme of characters of the Magician Arcana. I do still like how everyone's arcs continue to progress after their shadows. It's what a lot of parodies or references to this game often miss, that the shadow is just the beginning. And that's actually how it is in Jungian therapy as well. Confrontation with the shadow is always just the first part. I really need to read, I mean, a lot of his stuff's probably kind of boring, but I need to understand more about this because I've recently become very, very interested in psychology. And I've gained a lot of respect for therapists. Anyway, Auto Tsukukaja. So you start the battle with Tsukukaja active on Yosuke himself. What do I get rid of here? Dia is still alright in emergencies. I don't really use this all that much, to be honest. And I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever used Dikaja, but in some fights it can be alright. Yosuke still has some things that he hasn't quite figured out.
Welcome home, big bro.
And more food that we're not actually going to use. That was off? Oh, come on. Yeah, so we're gonna do a spend time with Devil. At least it's good for courage. Something that I haven't actually mentioned about this social link is that in one of the earlier ranks, there is a dialogue option that leads to a vaguely implied sexual encounter where the screen fades to black, but it actually doesn't give you the most points with her, and it's to be avoided in efficient runs. I do feel like, I've said this before, but that this social link was kind of designed to troll harem seekers, because giving into her advances is usually a bad thing when it comes to gaining points. And again, she's not even an official romance option anyway.
Yo!
Oh, we actually are hanging with Chie today. That works out well. My head read that as Mara Islands for a second there, and I was just like, no, no. If you don't know what Mara is, we'll be seeing Mara eventually, because I'm going for a Max Compendium run. So here's another classroom question that's really famous. Like, if you Google one of the classroom questions, one of the things you'll see is, which line can a typhoon never cross, Persona 4? But, I don't know, the equator just seems like it makes sense here. And that is the right answer. Now I'm remembering things I learned about in early high school geography. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Which, we had a teacher who said to remember it by, you get corns on your feet. Well, I mean, you're probably the most boring teacher here, so, and also you said that thing to Yukiko earlier, so we're not going to give you an increased paycheck. Before we talk to Chie, though, we're gonna head back to the rooftop and talk to the girl who wishes she was better at speaking. Oh, she just happens to be right near Chie anyway. Okay, then. Not really. No, we just have to say A, but this requires high courage. Being able to apologize for your mistakes, though, is something that's important to learn. So, that's that request completed. This is another one of those where I kind of wish that you'd see more, because I don't think you ever really see this NPC after this. I kind of wish that it was elaborated on a little more, because it would have been interesting. But we're going to be seeing Chie today. And I'm sorry I cut off her voice clip. Yeah, do that sometimes. So last time we heard about a gang of bullies, and they were frequenting this general area. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's one of the bullies. Yeah, quick to run behind her when you're in a situation like this, huh? And of course he runs off. Already in battle stance, though. It doesn't actually matter which of these you say. We're gonna hold her back more for their sake, though, than hers. Not really sure if Galactic Punt works on humans, but we probably shouldn't find out.
Thank you.
We are still a team. No, not really. Getting up some pretty high ranks with a lot of our friends. And now you have the endurability. So we're kind of getting to the part that I dread with a lot of these social links.
See you later.
Welcome back.
Tonight, though, we have to do something kind of interesting. We need to go upstairs, upon which we'll get a phone call. This is another one of the strength book hangouts, and you can also miss this one, I believe, if your rank for basketball was a weird level. So we need to accept this one. Because there's a book you get out of it that, is not obtainable any other way. So that's actually kind of like, if you just immediately go out and do, like, say, the hospital janitor job, or even go fishing or something, it's really easy to miss that, and thus you'll never get the all books trophy. So the spend time is letting us rank this one up again. Huh, this time we can see more of the night sky through these windows. This is really random, but I was just remembering how, like, a lot of people in Pokemon are like, why does the move Sunny Day work when it's night? Or, other situations like that, but it's because the move is just called Clear Skies in Japanese. It doesn't directly refer to the sun. Well, that's pretty much what we are.
I'm sorry. I'll do it. Goodbye now.